Welcome to the No Budget Indie Filmcast, where we dip into the independent film universe to highlight those films that you might not have heard about elsewhere. Will you agree with our panel, or will our panel agree with each other? Tune in to find out. I am Milo Dennison, and with me, as always, is Claire Milan
Hello.
and Carl Feeney.
Hello.
All right, Claire, what did we watch this week?
So this week we sat down to watch a short film called Truth Serum. It's directed by Vika Evdokimenko and written by Oliver Shuster. It's it's a sharp-witted short comedy that takes the time-honored narrative of a social gathering to bring together a fascinating pell-mell of personalities, each with different secrets, pasts, motives, and desires. Then I add a rogue element to the mix, shaking everything up and creating a level of mayhem that tears off the veneer of civility to reveal the rolling truths of everyone is around. It's centered around a girl. Actually, it's a kind of an ensemble piece, this. But it starts off with this girl called Abbie, and she's in a panic. She's throwing a housewarming party with her husband, Matt. Her hair is an absolute disaster. And her friends come in, and then one of the friends goes up and finds little serum. And he takes the serum, and it's a truth serum. So he starts speaking the truth. And then he goes down and he puts the serum in people's drinks and accidentally spills into this ice bucket. So everyone starts telling the truth, and it kind of gets a bit chaotic. And it's quite an interesting film, and you'd recognize the person behind me. And this is before he was famous. If anyone recognizes him from Baby Reindeer, very popular Netflix series. So Richard Gadd is in this film, and he's not in one of the main roles. He's kind of in kind of a supporting role. But it's interesting to see him in this film, and you can see what an amazing actor he is in this. So it's quite interesting. I thought it was a great example of an ensemble film where everything comes together and kind of gets chaotic. People start speaking the truth, and one of the women has brought her daughter, and she's like, she's a young daughter, and she's just thinking, oh my God, what am I doing here? And chaos ensues, and yeah, they start revealing and telling the truth to people, and there's fights and there's like revelations, and it gets chaotic a little bit. It is 20, I think it's over 20 minutes, which is quite long, but I really enjoyed it. I felt like it was the start. It could be nearly a series or something. I want to know more about these characters, but I really enjoyed it, and it didn't feel 20 minutes. I thought it was very well acted, and yeah, everyone had different revelations and secrets, and yeah, and this shows you sometimes speaking the truth is a good thing. So what do you think of it?
Well, you want to go first, Carl, or you want me to go?
No, I don't mind.
Okay.
Well, as an idea, as a plot device, it's been, I suppose you can say, it's been done before. Okay, so there was Liar Liar, Jim Carrey film years ago,
Yes, I love it.
and I suppose you could say The Eventually Lying as well was very similar, but at the same time, it's pretty good. It's pretty good plot device here, so why not? And I thought it was done quite well. Um, it was very well produced, very slick production. The editing, was quite good around, especially around the way when he was uh, passing out the truth serum. Um, and like with a lot of with these type of films, like it draws you in initially, and you're curious to know where it's going to go. But then as the film develops, it becomes less and less interesting when you see where it is going. But I did like it. As you say, it was well acted. Uh, I didn't know this guy Paul Gad. I mean, I looked up people afterwards on IMDb, and I saw he was in Baby Reindeer. I haven't seen Baby Reindeer. The other guy, the male actor, I think he was in Normal People. I don't know what kind of role he had in it.
Yes, he looked familiar,
And
all right. Yeah.
and then the woman, she was in something else. So I think they're all, potentially, big stars on the way up. He kind of did have his, yeah. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't say he didn't have a major role. Like he was, it was a very strong supporting role. It wasn't a
Yeah,
major
yeah.
role.
You know,
I did like. I
agree
did
with
like.
that. He did. He definitely had a strong supporting role. It was like an ensemble piece, really, wasn't it? There was
Yeah,
no
yeah,
really
yeah.
lead, I suppose. It's more like, yeah, strong supporting role. Yeah.
But I did like the. Uh, I like the way it ended. You know, I like the way he sort of you know, he connected with his daughter that he never met or he
Yeah.
Possible
never knew.
daughter.
Yeah. Well, I
Spoiler
think it was pretty obvious.
alert.
Mhm.
But I loved when he fell out the window. And even when he arrived in the sports car, you know, you knew he'd be trouble. And then he's on the window and he falls out. I just thought that was, yeah, really, really thought that was good. Really well done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
For me, like it started off initially, I wasn't too impressed with it. And because I found all the characters very stereotypical, right? So you had Richard Gadd's character, who's the druggy guy, obviously with a bunch of money, he's just looking to get laid kind of thing. You got Olivia Vinal, who's the neurotic housewife. You got the husband who's having an affair. And then, like all the characters were, the friend who's a bit, I don't know, my child and been kind of a neurotic mother. So I found all of them a little, the insecure friend that shows up. So on that aspect, I found them a bit stereotypical and like, okay, of course you have to have this type of friend, and then you got to have this type of friend. But as it went on, it actually did grow on me a bit because I started to find the characters a bit more likable and at least a bit more interesting once all the truths come out. Uh, yeah, I mean, like you said, Gall, True Serums, these types of films have been, done a million times before. But I think this was a good way to introduce it with the guys like, oh, sweet, drugs taste good, made me feel good. So I'm going to sneak it to a few other people and accidentally slip it into the drinks kind of things. That was kind of a nice little bit. Um, there was a weird part though, spoiler alert, by the way, where the husband confesses that he's not actually having an affair. And I'm like, and it was like, I just wanted people to think I was having an affair. And it's like, yeah, because a lot of people want people to think they're having an affair. Like that was kind of a weird. He's like, I started talking to her because she wanted to meet you. And then I just started pretending we were having an affair. And it's like, okay, that seems weird. Uh, but whatever. So that I didn't much care for. But I really liked the Olivia's performance as the neurotic housewife, and I liked the way they shot it as well. It was very kind of nice, standard, framing that kind of stuff. But then when they get to the bit where the truths are coming out and the people are drinking the stuff, and they do this cut to the ice bucket and the getting served, and then they could do
Yes.
another cut. So it got the editing, pacing, and stuff really picked up and
Mm.
started feeling a bit erratic, which was a nice way to like, whoops, also carry the film along visually along with the story, which worked really well together, in my opinion.
And even I think it was blue, wasn't it? It's blue, yeah, the
Yeah, the
serum.
liquid, yeah.
It wasn't liquid, and that's very clever because you know when it falls into the ice bucket and they're just getting more people to drink without
Mhm.
realizing it. She's putting ice into the drinks and giving to people, and you're as an audience member, you see that the stuff has fallen in, but they don't know. Like she doesn't know. We've given out the drinks, and she just keeps giving out more and more drinks, and you can see it unfolding. I thought that was
Mhm.
so clever, and the fact it is blue like it stood out and you do because Richard Gadd's character is so kind of well established in one way from the opening scene where he comes in with the car. You can imagine this character going up to her room looking for drugs. Do you know, so it's very believable in that sense.
Yeah, I mean, you
And
hear stories about people that are drug addicts doing that all the time. They go over to somebody's house, and the first thing they do is start sifting through the medicine cabinet to see if there's anything good in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's believable. And the fact that he arrives, does a line of cocaine in the car before he
Yeah.
goes in the house. So he's already on
Immediately.
drugs. So his
Yeah.
decision-making skills aren't the best.
Yeah.
I think it's a sort of idea that worked well in a short film because the central joke is everybody starts telling the truth.
Mm.
And I think if you try to do that over a feature film, it would wear thin very quickly, that joke. So to have it to have it in a short film, I think it just works a lot better.
Hmm.
Although I did like Liar Liar, which is the same premise.
I was
That Jim
saying, I
Carrey.
mean,
I
did Liar
love
Liar
that film.
work?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I didn't watch the whole film
Oh, have you not?
because I did get
Really?
bored with it
Oh,
after 10 or 15
interesting.
minutes.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah,
if this was a 20-minute short, I would watch it. But
Yeah.
if
So I
it-
exactly.
love that film.
Yeah. No, I do remember sitting down to watch that. I think it was one of my sisters years ago, and after about 15 minutes, I go, yeah, well, like that's the joke over with. Sorry.
truthfully, I'm kind of with you, Cathal. kind of it wore on me pretty quickly,
Hey,
and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's okay. Oh, Jim Carrey doing his shtick.
I love Jim
Okay, great.
Carrey.
All right.
A lot of people do.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mm.
All right. Well, I guess. Ratings.
Yeah.
Okay. Call.
I thought you were going to say something else there.
Well, I was
It's,
because I was going to comment on the girl's hair because you remember how like the whole time she's like
Oh,
freaking out about her hair. But I'm
yeah.
like, her hair looked kind of all right. I mean, it was kind of
Yeah.
wild and out of control, but it looked cool.
Yeah. It
I
ended up
liked
being
it.
nice for some reason. Yeah. Maybe, I
Yeah,
don't
and
know.
it ended up being quite nice
I
too.
thought she permed it or something, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Great in the
Yeah,
end.
it didn't look that bad.
No.
I didn't think.
No,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't think it looked bad at all. Yeah,
no.
but
Although
I'm
the hat
more
looked
excited
kind
for
of
it
cool as
now.
well. Looked very 1920s Charleston era.
Yeah.
Uh, so it worked. Yeah.
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 Right. But the fact that when she asked the husband, he's like, "It's the worst thing ever." Da 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 da. I'm like,
Not.
really?
No, just says brush your hair,
No,
and that was
certainly.
it.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, would he have a strong opinion either way? Like, let's face it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If he was telling the truth, he'd probably be like, I like your normal or better. It doesn't look great, but it doesn't look as bad
Yeah.
as you think it looks, kind of a
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
I like it both ways. Yeah, I don't care. I don't think,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. I guess I'll go first. I don't think I've gone first in a while.
Okay.
Like I said, it started off, I was a little uninterested and wasn't too impressed with the characters, but it did build on me and I did end up enjoying the film. So I'm going to go 4 stars on it.
Okay. I enjoyed the film. Uh, as a sort of an idea, plot device, it wasn't massively original, but it was well made, well acted, well produced, everything like that. And even though it was 20 minutes, it didn't flag at any stage. So I would give it 3.5 stars.
Interesting. Yeah, it's great to see Richard Gadd in a role pre-Baby Reindeer. I thought it was really well acted, great ensemble piece, very well edited and directed, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't feel like it was 20 minutes. I'm going to give it 4 stars.
Mhm. There you have it, folks. It's called Truth Serum, so it's kind of a giveaway in the title what the film's about. You can check it out and let us know what you think. You can leave a comment. You can reach us on social media at No Budget Show on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. And with that, we will say goodbye and see you next time.
Goodbye.